Welcome back
Welcome back
to chatting
in
the
country.
That might be about the fifth time we've done that.
Yeah, we had a ghost hunt. We had a door slam due to the wind.
Yeah.
We got scared.
Yeah, we did.
I've done about 4 different intros that you hated and actively looked at me like, what the are you doing with your life? Get out of my podcast studio.
Pretty much.
And do you know what I've got to say to that?
What?
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Ep 11.
Who'd have thought
Who would have thought it? Double digits. We're teenagers.
Yeah.
No, 11's not a teenager,
Nah,
is it?
13.
Hence the teen.
Yeah.
So we're still young youths
Yep.
running around in the park.
Not really know what we're doing.
No, that's part of the fun though, isn't it?
Yeah.
We all get to learn together.
Woo!
Woo!
What have you been up to this week?
Well, Monday I was working. I'd done a petrol station.
Yeah, I didn't actually mean what you...
Two petrol stations. Oh, you didn't?
No, like what you've been up to, like personally.
I just like working and that then.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, man.
We was meant to go Whale and Wyatt
We was,
on Tuesday night.
but it was chaos.
Hottest day of the year.
Hottest day of the year. The trains, because we're in England, obviously we can't cope with any sort of other weather than what's outside right now. Great. This is prime weather. Perfect. You can do
actually
anything and
is.
everything in this. Trains were chaos. We weren't gonna be able to get in or probably back out.
And we probably weren't going to enjoy it when we got there because it would have been 1,001 degrees.
Yeah, I have seen that is the case.
And yeah, I've heard a lot of people say it was hot, sweaty and a bit smelly because it was hot and sweaty.
Yeah, I think the actual term they used was it stinks of effing BO. Shout out to body odour. Body odour's elite, innit? Do you ever just sometimes
Nah.
give yourself a little whiff and think, oh,
No, not really.
nah, neither.
But we did end up giving our tickets to a really nice girl.
Yeah, no, she was well nice.
She was well nice.
She's trying to offer us money and that. Was like, honestly, I would rather have seen that venue packed out
Yeah, the people just not turn up.
than just loads of people not to go, yeah.
But you could tell she was a nice person because I've already emailed her over the tickets and she's still saying, can I send you money?
Yeah,
I thought,
know.
like, she could have just ignored me then. Like, oh, I've got my tickets, I'm off.
Yeah, but no, she was well nice.
I was just glad they went to somewhere, to someone that was actually
To a
used
good home.
than just sit in my emails and never be used.
I well wanted to go, but it was like...
We was like and an all day, wasn't we?
Yeah, and then obviously, like, Swanley or whatever it was all blocked up, and we just thought it's just going to
It's
be...
not going to be worth it.
It's going to be more hassle than it's actually worth, unfortunately.
And we were still tired from Zach Bryan.
Yeah, I was absolutely knackered.
I feel like
I still am.
Yes, yeah. I feel like I've still not recovered from last weekend.
Nah, like yesterday after finishing work, I thought, oh, I could go smash out a nice cold, crisp beer. And I thought about it, I was like, that is actually so long. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I respect it.
Like, I could happily never drink again or never go to a show again.
I wouldn't take it too far.
Alright, let's not take the mic.
Not take it too far.
No, but it was elite. Best night of my life. Waylon White looked sick.
It did look good.
Bro had his top off and that.
I
It
thought
was
you
so
knew it was hot in there.
I do find it a bit weird that I'm like 27.
I was going to say, I reckon the combined age of people there was probably like 18. Do you not?
Yeah,
A
probably.
lot of younger people on TikTok enjoy it. I mean, fair enough. But
I mean, he is 18.
yeah, it makes sense.
So I would have felt like an unk. I would have walked in
I
and I
kind of
was like,
felt really awkward.
what's happening, unk? No, but he's got bangers though.
He does have bangers. It's so annoying because he plays in Nashville like 3 days after we leave.
Shock. That is an absolute shock of the century. Didn't see that coming.
Nah, everything's happened in Nashville before we go or after we go. Big
David-
Machine are doing that
Who's-
show and Riley Green's performing on Broadway.
The day we get there.
and Tucker Wetmore does the Grand Ole Opry the day we leave.
Yeah, I know.
We have asked for unpopular opinions on country music.
No way.
Yep.
Yeah,
Some of them
way.
are quite interesting, to say the least.
Come on, hit me with them.
Right, the first one we have got.
Go on.
Venues should have a seated block dedicated to people who actually want to sit down throughout the show, and the rest of the blocks for people who want to do what they want.
I saw this one.
I agree.
And this was this Country Music UK? This was Nat.
I I agree.
Nah, no one wants to sit down.
People do.
No, people do want to sit down.
I agree. 'Cause I think that is the reason I want Luke Combs to do British Summertime so badly, is because his actual show was good when we went, but like in terms of like my experience was terrible.
Yeah, because the people behind us wanted to sit down.
They had blankets and stuff. It wasn't even that they wanted to sit down. They had like blankets and a picnic in the O2.
Yeah, which, you know, yeah, fair. You do you.
Yeah, you do
enjoy
you.
it how you want to enjoy it. Like my tips from last week.
Yeah, but if there was a dedicated seated block, then people couldn't get annoyed if you wanted to stand in the other blocks.
No, and then you can make the other block as rowdy as you want.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do actually agree with that.
I
Because then I
agree.
wouldn't be upsetting anyone either, singing Revival.
Because I think that's what I want Luke Combs to do British Summertime so bad, because no one can sit down.
You can't get asked to sit down.
Yeah, it's a standing show.
Yeah.
So that's why I want Luke Combs to come back and do a standing show.
Yeah, I agree, actually. I do agree. And especially now I'm coming into my sort of midlife crisis era,
Yeah.
you know, getting on a bit. It'll probably be quite handy soon to have a seated area for me.
I can't imagine you ever sitting in the seated area.
Nah, neither.
Like
I don't know,
Jim.
probably would. Overall, I'm quite a lazy guy.
Yeah, true.
You actually think that?
Yeah.
It was only a joke.
No.
No, I'm going to get up and go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really.
No, I agree with that one.
I agree, Nat. Well done. That is not an unpopular opinion.
I don't reckon it is either.
That's CITC certified unpopular opinion.
The next one.
Come on, hit me.
I can't stand a watermelon moonshine or heart like a truck. They are actually the two
I prefer
songs.
not to speak. Because if I
No.
speak, I am in big trouble.
They are the two songs I actually like from Leonie Wilson.
Yeah.
They're actually the two songs I
Look, no,
actually
but
like.
we're just not...
I would imagine that's an unpopular opinion.
I would say that is unpopular. That's CITC verified unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
Because
It did
they
make me LOL though.
They are quite bopperoonies.
Yeah.
I got a heart like a truck. What's the one?
Country Sculligan.
No, somewhere over the rainbow.
You've lost me there.
That's quite a bop.
But I reckon, yeah, that is an unpopular opinion in terms of Leonie Wilson songs.
I agree.
The next one, I can't stand the song Chicken Fried.
That is a no. That's
So many people don't like chicken
no,
fried.
but it don't matter. It's like being in a year 6 disco and saying that you don't like the hokey cokey. Do you know what I mean? You can't say that.
I'm a chicken fried. Cold beer on
a Friday night.
A lot of people don't like the song Chicken Fried
No,
though.
yeah, but that's no. I'm not agreeing with that one.
I wouldn't listen to it like in my car,
I don't know, but if it comes on,
but when I'm like at bottomless brunches and stuff,
Yeah.
I enjoy it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't actively search for the song Chicken Fried.
I don't know. There's a time and a place for it.
Yeah, but I don't
But
listen.
right, yeah, no, but that's like saying, right?
Yeah.
So you go to your auntie's 50th birthday party,
Yeah.
oops upside your head comes on. You're getting on the floor and you're giving it. You know what I mean? You're going for it.
Yeah.
You're having it.
Yeah, true.
Cha-cha slide.
Yeah, true.
Are you cha-cha sliding?
Probably.
So you're chicken frying. If you're cha-cha sliding, then you're chicken frying.
Yeah.
And if you like fried chicken, then it's finger licking.
Yep.
CITC, certified unpopular opinion. It's an absolute banger.
And then we've got two unpopular opinions of I can't get into Leonie Wilson and I really can't stand Leonie Wilson.
Ooh. Sometimes in life you just got to hit them with the Gary Neville, you know, that ooh.
Yeah. I think it's an unpopular opinion in terms of country music. It's got to be. She's won like 7 awards.
It is an unpopular opinion, but we've been on record a few times saying
I just can't
maybe
vibe
it's just,
with her
it's
music.
just not for us.
Yeah.
So I'm unsure what to certify that as.
Yeah.
On the grand scheme of things, I feel like it's an unpopular opinion, but it's
For me, I think
CITC stamp of approval. Oh, dang it! She's never going to come on the pod. If we ever get big time enough where she can come on the pod,
I like her
we're
clothing.
going to have to delete all of this.
I like her Wrangler collections.
I like her Wrangler collection.
I love her Wrangler collection.
Yeah, she's got nice jeans.
And she's quite funny in interviews.
Yeah, I prefer her as the person that I would rather watch the personality over the listen to the tunes because it's just not for me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Apart from that, somewhere over the rainbow type of tune, that's actually a bop.
And then we've got, I can't get into Ella Langley. I love Ella Langley.
I would get into Ella Langley. What?
Nothing?
No, if I was this person,
Yeah.
I'd try and get into her. Why are you laughing at that?
Just laughing.
What did you think I meant?
Nothing. That is an unpopular opinion.
That's an unpopular opinion. I think that CITC... I can't remember what I was even doing. Certified unpopular opinion.
Yeah, that is an unpopular opinion.
Do you know how to add animations?
No.
Because we could do a big stamp, a big...
We can
after
try.
every- Nah, that's too much work, isn't it, bro?
Bro, I ain't getting paid to do this.
Nah, we're just doing it off our own back.
If I got paid, I'd maybe spend a bit of time learning how to do that.
We're actually in negative money. We're in debt to this.
To this company.
Yeah.
But I love Ella Langley, so I don't back that one, unfortunately.
Maybe they're Team Megan. That's all
Maybe.
it is. It's giving... Do you remember in EastEnders when Kat was going out with Phil
Yeah.
and then got back with Alfie?
Yeah.
It's giving that sort of vibe.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, a bit drama in it. Oh, who's with who? And realistically, Alfie Moon is the GOAT.
I don't reckon either of them's with him.
My unpopular opinion...
No, we're not finished. You can't give yours till we're finished.
No, but can I give mine on this subject? Based on what I've just said, Ian Bill is more iconic than Phil Mitchell.
Yeah, fair.
I've said it.
Okay.
I have
Is
said
that your unpopular opinion in terms of EastEnders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not watched it for about 10 years.
That was a joke every night on
Also,
BBC
me
iPlayer.
watching the Omnibus.
Do they still do the omnibus?
Don't know.
I don't reckon they do.
Probably.
The next one is Willow Avalon's guitarist is hotter than Zach Bryan's guitarist.
I agree.
What?
I actually said this.
Yeah, you
in person.
did. What did Willow Avalon's guitarist look like?
You know what he looked like. You was just staring at the screen.
I can't remember.
He had like a white shirt on. It was all open. He had like a bit of a hairy chest and a sick moustache and a cowboy hat.
Just can't picture him.
Bro, you was like this.
Yeah, as a joke to you though. Like one of them not looking.
I don't know if it was a joke.
Yeah.
Right, do you want me to show you?
Yeah, can you get a pic of them? Oh, there
Oh.
goes the guitarist.
Good. Not really loading, but this guy.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's an unpopular opinion.
No, but everyone's gassing up.
I remember him. I don't think that's an unpopular opinion, to be honest.
Can I give an opinion
What?
on? I think Willow Avalon's overlooked
Do
in
you?
terms of Megan Maroney and Ella Langley. I'd chuck her in up there.
What, in terms of looks or
Yeah.
or vocal abilities?
No, in terms of looks. Is that bad to say?
Nah.
That was a really risky one. I've just chucked it out there and just saying what happens.
Nah, I think that. But she's a bit more like, what's the word? Like traditional country. Even the way she dresses, a bit more traditional country, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like Ella Langley, gives it almost like,
Not Mean Girl.
no, but like,
She's more emo cowgirl than Megan Maroney.
yeah, that's what I wanted to say, but then I didn't want people to be like, oh, whoa. Like, Megan Maroney's wearing, Hannah Montana tops and, pink outfits and stuff, whereas, Ella Langley's, in long fringe black dresses.
Yeah, legit low-key emo
So
cowgirl.
I would say Willow Avalon's maybe a bit more, traditional country, the way she dresses on stage anyway.
Let us know. Where we ranking? Maybe we shouldn't do that. Am I allowed to do that? It's
Do what?
2025.
Do what?
Rank women based on their look.
I don't reckon you should.
No, don't do that. We just appreciate everyone how they
Yeah, appreciate everyone that non chick. Everyone comment.
are.
Who
No,
you
don't
think.
give me hate. Yeah,
but
don't
what-
do that. Because then, if that was the case, you'd be number one. Because
I
you're
will-
in the country music scene right
I
now.
wasn't involved in the conversation. It was just Willow Avalon, Ella Langley, and Megan Maroney.
Right, so who's sort of underneath you in terms of the queen of country?
Oh, right, okay.
That's what I meant. Anyway.
Yeah.
I apologise to anyone who thinks that I was out of order there.
When we made it past episode 10, we're finally going to get
We're
cancelled.
getting cancelled.
Do you agree?
We need an uncensored version of this.
Do you agree Willow Avalon's guitar is hotter than Zach Bryan's guitarist?
If I had to pick
Yeah.
who I would more want to look like,
Yeah.
I would choose Willow Avalon's.
So you think he's better looking? Yes or no?
Well, I think he's a handsome fella.
Do you think he's better looking? Yes or no?
He's a hunk.
And you wanted to kiss Zach Bryan last week.
Yeah, I've been
I'm starting to think maybe we are just podcast hosts. Tim McGraw gives me the ick.
Get out of here. Tim McGraw's goated.
Did give me it. Made me laugh though.
Do you know who else gives you the ick?
Who?
No, in case it's your unpopular opinion. Luke Bryan.
Oh yeah, he gives me the ick. Savage.
What?
So savage. He's got so many bobs, don't get me wrong, but he gives me the ick so savage.
Nah, Tim McGraw don't give me the ick. I don't know. Where's that even come from, bro?
I don't know that much about him personally to be like, oh, he gives me the ick.
Right, let me try and find Tim McGraw ick. I don't really know bro like that. Yeah, no, Tim McGraw.
Does he give you the ick?
No,
Did you
not really.
search up ick?
Yeah.
Nothing come up?
Not ick. Don't really know bro enough like that. Well, he's not like, I don't like see him on the telly and that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know. He don't give me the ick enough.
Nah.
That's an unpopular opinion.
That's CITC certified unpopular opinion.
Every time you say CITC, do you find it really hard not to say CITV?
Yeah. Can you
him.
see my brain thinking about it?
See him. The cowboy hat effect is real on Noah Ligros.
It is.
I did have a look on his TikTok when that comment came in, and I do agree.
You do agree. So, but you didn't give your who's more hunky.
Willow Avalon's guitarist or him?
Yeah.
Willow Avalon's guitarist, I think.
Right, yeah, fair.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Come on. I'm just a man of the women and the people.
Yeah. They were all of our unpopular opinions. If you want to pop any in the comments, please do, and we'll reply to them next week.
This segment of the show we like to call
Unpopular opinions.
CITC. Unpopular opinion. I'm going to make such a sick little animation when I do that. It's going to have like a big red stamp
I
on
bet you don't even look at this, or edit it, or watch it.
Probably not. What's your unpopular opinion then?
My unpopular opinion was that I just can't get into Lainey Wilson.
Yeah, but we've already had that one. Right, you think of one, I'll give you mine. I actually had a really good one earlier.
Yeah.
And you told me not to tell you, but now I can't remember it. Not every cowboy event or country music event needs a cowboy hat.
What do you mean?
Zach Bryan. I don't think you need the cowboy hat.
I was shocked last week at how many people
Is
were
that
dressed
really
up country.
I've said that out loud and now I feel like I shouldn't have said that.
No, but I was really shocked at how many people were dressed in cowboy boots and cowboy hats.
So was I.
And like, it's not in a rude way. He isn't like country music like that, is he?
No. Well, he actively has said, like, he just wants to be known as a musician rather than... But that's what I'm saying. I don't think...
But
unless
I
that's
think...
your day-to-day attire, right?
Yeah.
And you legit are about that life. If you go into a show or something, you don't...
Have to.
You don't have to do it.
But I think people do in the UK because we don't get enough days where we can.
Yeah, that is true.
And
Maybe I'm just a bit of a wiener for saying that. Am I out of order?
No, I was shocked at how many people were dressed up like country, like cowboy hat, cowboy boots, that country style outfit. But at the same day, we don't get enough days in the UK in the summer where we can, so...
So it's fair game?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that does make sense, actually.
I need to think
It was
of
a bit
my
out of order
unpopular
from me there.
opinion.
I've got another one.
Go on.
If you've turned up to a show or something, right, and you like country music, but you are then trying to like cosplay like cowboy, don't wear your skinny jeans under your boots.
Yeah.
Especially from blokes.
Yeah. I get what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? You don't have to dress like a cowboy to let people know that you listen to country music and then you turned up and you've got your boots over the
Yeah.
top of your jeans.
You're really judging people's fits.
I am
this week.
actually, considering I look like an absolute mess and I was sat there in a vest.
Yeah, you're well judging people's
I
fits.
am.
I'm trying to think of my unpopular
I'm just trying
opinion.
to throw out some unpopular opinions.
I'm trying to think of
See
an
if
unpopular
anyone agrees.
opinion. I can't think of one.
That was the end of the official world first unpopular opinions on CITC certified, and we'll see if Tash can think of one near the end.
Yeah, no, I don't know why.
If you can think of one, then we'll chuck it in at the end.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't think of one.
No, neither, because when we're at a show or something,
I always have unpopular opinions.
unpopular opinions left, right,
I'm
and
trying to
centre.
think of one, but I actually just can't think of one off the top of my head anyway. Actually, I have a bit of an unpopular opinion.
Go on.
Zach Bryan at British Summertime was better than Morgan Wallen.
Yeah. Who is that Unpopular too?
I reckon that's unpopular to a lot of people.
Do you think?
Well, because people love Morgan Wallen, don't they? Like, love him. What I do,
Yeah.
but I think Zach Bryan, like, beat him to it by a mile off.
Yeah, he smashed him out the park.
And I don't even think it was him that beat it. The crowd.
Yeah, the
beat
energy,
it.
the atmosphere.
Like, everything.
And last year we paid for Golden Circle, and half the time he spent it in the middle of the build.
I mean, I get it for general admission, but it is annoying when you pay to be closer and he spends his whole time down there.
Yeah, sounds really stuck up of us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I was like, bro,
Yeah.
come on, come back here.
I'm back. I paid an extra £9 for this.
Yeah, no, but that was literally it, wasn't it? £9 upgrade.
Something like that.
What we got next on the agenda?
We did roughly speak last week about who could headline British Summertime last year, and we've had quite a few replies.
Go on.
We've asked the people, the country music people of the UK,
And the people have spoken.
who they would like to see headline British Summertime next year.
2026. Right, so at the top comment we got, it's more of a question. Is Cody Johnson big enough to headline British Summertime?
I did actually reply to this comment, and I think I said something along the lines of, I would like to think he is, but I'm not sure he is in the UK. 65,000 people is a big jump from a Sunday show at Country to Country in the O2, which is about 22,000 people, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably something like that. Yeah, I agree.
I love Cody Johnson. I think it would be good, but I don't know if he's big enough to do it in the UK.
No, I think in the UK it's literally just the big three.
Who are the big three?
Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs,
Yeah.
Zach Bryan. I don't think anyone else really comes close in terms of numbers. We've got Luke Combs being mentioned.
Luke Combs was mentioned a lot.
Someone wants Treaty Oak Revival.
I've seen this comment and I thought maybe like on the lineup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like, I don't know if they're quite headliner yet.
I did see that. I was a little bit confused, like, huh?
Yeah, no, I don't think they're quite headlining yet. Oh, this was a good one actually. Post Malone.
And I replied to this because I had tickets to Post Malone British Summertime during COVID.
Yeah.
I had actually had a golden circle. It was hard to get these tickets as well because that was when Post Malone was really like...
This was when he was in his rapping era.
Yeah, had a golden circle tickets for British Summertime for him, and it got cancelled obviously because of COVID. I could see him making a comeback and actually doing that show.
Yeah,
obviously
same.
everyone got like refunded, not like as in doing the show he was meant to do, but like doing it again.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be a good one actually.
I'd like to see Post Malone do
He'd
it.
sell it out.
Yeah, well, he did sell it out.
100%.
I think that could be quite good having Post Malone there.
Imagine you could do like a little Post Malone like eras tour. Start off with White Iverson.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like, now they always say congratulations. And just like he slowly works his way through into his like now country era.
Well, he does still sing old songs.
But imagine that as like a legit
Tour.
like going through the time.
Yeah, that he probably will when he's near retirement age.
But yeah, no, I think
I think Post Malone's a good one.
that would be a good one actually.
Who do you reckon would be underneath him though? Would he have, not underneath him, but as in like also in the lineup, would he have country singers? Or would he have...
No, he'll have a
Rap.
mix. He'll have like Big X the Plug, I reckon. Yeah, 100%. Someone like that.
I suppose he's got songs with like Billy Zimmerman and that now.
He's got a new one with Ella Langley coming out.
True.
They'll have him, and then I think you'd have like you other like country artists. I think there'd be a mix, almost like Sand in My Boots sort of lineup.
Yeah, to be fair, that would be good.
That'd be pretty sick, I think.
I could see him.
We got a shout for Tucker Wetmore.
I think he could be on the lineup, depending who's the main artist, but I don't think he's selling 65,000 tickets just yet in the UK.
Do you not think? Is it just me? Like, do I think he's a lot bigger than he is?
I don't think he's
Right
that
now, as
big.
of right now.
I don't know. Can you see where he performed in London? They just done the show in April. Can you see where it is?
Yeah, but I don't think this is a fair judgment because
Why not?
they all come over and do small venues, so they sell out. Electric Ballroom, that's a big jump.
See what I mean? I know we've done like a few shows over the UK, so we've got people coming down. I don't know if he's selling 65,000 tickets. I
Yeah,
don't think
I know.
Morgan Wallen sold out last year because we could upgrade our ticket.
No, that's fact, actually.
Because you couldn't upgrade your ticket for the Saturday, was that Brian?
Nah.
I think some people could for the Sunday, but you couldn't for the Saturday. So that tells you Golden Circle didn't sell out for Morgan Wallen, no? That's why I would think
Yeah,
of
no,
it.
it's true. So maybe, I would love to see him there, but yeah, maybe not quite up on the headline yet. We got Chris Stapleton.
I think he would sell out, but I said it last week. He's just not my vibe for British summertime.
No, you want it to be a little bit rowdy.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like, his band will make it a bit rowdy, but like, obviously coming off the back of Zach Bryan, we was legit jumping.
I also don't mean to be rude. He's incredible live.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a stage presence.
Nah.
Like, I think he spoke about that before. Like, that's why he has his other half on stage, like, because he doesn't think he could actually do the performance without her. So it's like fair play. He gets on the stage and he does it anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know why. I feel like at Hyde Park, like, you need to be like, there's so many people there, you kind of have to be interacting with the audience.
Entertain.
Yeah.
I love Chris Stapleton though.
Oh, you know, I love
Absolutely.
him, but do you get what I mean by that or not?
Yeah, and then Kelsey Ballerini. Was she not there on the small stage?
You said this last time we spoke about Morgan Wallen last year. No, Alana
was it?
Springsteen was.
Oh, that's it. Oh, I don't know. I always get them mixed up.
She done the Roundhouse last time she was here, and it sold out in like seconds.
Really? Are people like loving her?
Yeah. I only listened to a few of her tunes. I feel like I do really need to listen to more, because the few I do listen to I really like.
Yeah.
I need to find more that like.
But that's our issue. We just put the playlist on and that's
I
it.
know, it's actually bad.
It's bad.
But-
Yeah, so that's sort of it, really. I can't really see no other names. A lot of Luke Combs
Yeah, I do think it will be
and
Luke
Tucker
Combs.
Wetmore.
I think it could be Luke Combs, Tucker Wetmore's on the lineup. Who else is going to be on the lineup? Billy Zimmerman. I could see Billy Zimmerman doing it. I think Billy Zimmerman will be here. Obviously, if British Summertime does a country show,
Yeah.
Billy Zimmerman's going to be there. He's going to be at Country to Country. I think he's going to be at one or the other next year.
Yeah, so he's gonna be, isn't he? I reckon Zach Bryan's really put it on the map for the Americans properly.
What do you mean?
Like that is actually like a big time show.
No, I do feel like Morgan Wallen done that. I was actually watching Theo Vaughn and Post Malone's podcast. Have you watched it yet?
What, they got a new one?
No, like Theo Vaughn's podcast with Post Malone on it. But it had come out
is
ages
it?
ago.
Oh, right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I was watching it the other day. I don't really watch him,
Was
do
he
I?
wearing like a camo hat?
I think so.
Yeah.
It came out like 4 months ago, I think.
Yeah.
And they was talking about like how crazy it is, how big Morgan Wallen is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was thinking about this, like, they were saying, like, how, like, during COVID or just after COVID, like, Morgan Wallen could walk down, like, Nashville and they'd be, like, doing weights and stuff. Yeah, like, walking up and down the streets training, like, kind of during COVID-ish times.
Yeah.
And, like, how he couldn't do it now and how, like, he sells out everywhere and, like, the craze from Morgan Wallen is absolutely massive. Like, they were saying, like, do you reckon he's bigger than Elvis Presley?
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
I was thinking, like, he's massive, don't get me wrong, and he's had #1s in the UK, but you can still turn around to someone and go, I'm going to do a Morgan Wallen concert, and they go, who?
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree with that.
Weird, isn't it, though? Why?
I don't know.
Like, he
Yeah, but
has
he's
had
not-
#1s. He's played on KMFM, or
Yeah,
local
but then
radio
if
station.
you said that to someone in America, they'd be like, oh, yeah, cool.
What do you mean?
They would know. If you ask someone in the UK
Yeah.
who he is...
That's what I mean.
then
You can still say he's had UK #1s. He's massive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he is big time, and they're comparing him to like Elvis Presley and this like phenomenon. Like, I don't know what the word is. Like
Phenomenon.
Careers and stuff. But in the UK, you can still go, oh, I'm going to do a Morgan Wallen show, and everyone's like, who?
Yeah, but...
But why?
Yeah, but I don't think you can compare him to Elvis.
No, I
Yeah.
did think that was wild, and they
Yeah.
was comparing him to Elvis Presley.
Yeah, no, that
Because
is a
they
bit
were
wild.
saying, oh, do you reckon he's going to go down as the greatest country singer of all time? And Post Malone was like, well, I do have like a soft spot for Johnny, so I feel like he was going, probably not.
Yeah, nah. No, he's...
Well, you can't be putting him down as the greatest country singer of all time.
No.
No, I'm sorry. I love Morgan Wallen. Absolute fangirl.
But he ain't Johnny Cash.
Do
and-
you know what I mean or not?
Yeah. No, I agree with you, mate. He's not Elvis Presley, unfortunately. Theo Von is a legend, though.
He's such a Morgan Wallen fanboy as well at the
Yeah.
same time. He was like, yeah, sometimes I'm around him and like I'm just stood there and I start singing one of his tunes and then I'm like, I look like fucking weirdo.
yeah.
That is crazy.
Do you love him now?
Yeah, I watch him all the time
Do
though.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
he's
actually such
quality.
old news for the podcast. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. Nah, that's
It
fine.
came out 4 months ago and I'm going on about it. Like, came out last night.
I think you're right. If Post Malone did come back to the UK and do British Summertime,
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be that weird if like Theo Von and people like that come over and got involved because of they've seen how rowdy and unreal Zach Bryan was. That's what I mean. Like I think that he's put it on the map as like,
Well, he's put Dublin on the map then.
well, yeah,
That's great, isn't it?
the UK and Ireland in general. Do you get what I mean or not really?
Yeah, like I do wish I watch stuff like happens in America and I think, why do they not like come over to the UK and do all this cool shit?
No, I think they will start though.
I hope so.
So do I. Hopefully by then we're like big time enough to like go and actually speak to them and not be absolutely scared.
We don't even want to message people to do one little thing with us.
No. Well, are you just scaredy cats or what?
I just don't want
Or
people.
do you get imposter syndrome?
No, I just don't want people to think I've only been nice to them for that reason.
Yeah, I know. No, I know what you mean. I don't want to be like in someone's grill.
Yeah.
That's why I think when someone says that they've watched the pod, I get a bit like, oh, thanks. Like, don't know what to say, don't know what to do. I don't want to look like I'm begging it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know what to say either. That's done for this week.
Yeah, I think
Another
so,
week
mate.
overnight.
Another week. A bit of a slower week.
Yeah.
Really. We'll try to pick it back up. Thanks for having us. See you later. See you when you're older. Make sure, if I got one piece of advice.
Oh god, here we go, your advice again.
If you're gonna get up and you're gonna start your day by making your bed. I've heard this advice.
You don't take it then?
No, I do. I put my duvet over and I don't actually make it.
I wouldn't listen to
If
him.
you're gonna start your day,
We're off. Catch you next week.
bye.